Okay, welcome back. So in this session, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use system called readdir. You are already familiar with command like ls. So what is the purpose of ls? We know that when we want to look at the content of any of the directory in terms of the file name or inode number, or there are certain other information also, we use ls, right? So the similar kind of program we can write using system calls also, which will act like ls only. Okay, so let's see it quickly. We use readdir system call to read a directory content. Okay, and to use readdir appropriately, you must be having the familiarity with the C programming and specifically structure, because readdir returns a direct kind of structure. Okay, so you need to be comfortable with the pointer and the direct structure. So let me quickly demonstrate you, and then I'll tell you how you can deal with such kind of programs. So I have written a code here that is readdir.c. So you just check it. Now in this I have included all the required header files. You can check manual when you write your code according to the functions which you are using or system call you are using. You can check the manual and you can write these header files. Now what is important in this, when we want to read any directory, the directory need to be opened. So you know that in the previous session we have seen how to create a directory using mkdir. Now after creation of directory, whether your program is creating directory or a directory is already created inside the system, you can open that directory using opendir as it is written here. So in opendir, inside the braces, inside double quote, you can write the directory name. Okay, so whatever the directory you pass inside the readdir, inside double quotes, that directory will be opened in case the required permissions are provided to the user. Okay, the permission like read, write and execute kind of thing. And once the directory will be opened, it will return a kind of directory pointer, dir pointer. So as I have written here, dir pointer dp. So I am storing the return value of opendir in dp. dp is a pointer of directory type. Okay, and once you have done this dp you can pass in readdir. So readdir requires a directory pointer which is already opened. Okay, so I hope it is very clear and very easy how to use readdir. So here in readdir dp I am passing, and readdir, in case it is reading some content like a success, it returns not null value. And if nothing is left in the directory which we were reading, or there was a problem, directory was not opened, or there is no content to read, it returns non, or you can say null value. Okay, so we compare. So I have applied a while loop here. In this, what I'm doing is I'm just storing the return value of this readdir in this dirent.pt. Dirent.pt actually it is a kind of dirent pointer. So let me show you what is dirent actually. Dirent is a structure. It stores some of the element like the directory name or inode number or directory offset or directory type. There are different elements of directory structure contains. So if you want to check it, you can check the manual of readdir. So let me show you the manual of that. So I'm just quitting it, and you check it, manual of readdir. In readdir, when you scroll it down, you will find out the new modern the Linux direct struct. So it is unsigned long like d underscore ino. D underscore ino means inode number of the file. The next element is d underscore offset. Offset is will tell on which particular record we are reading at present from the beginning, okay, from the very first record, at which particular record the pointer is. And then it is like d underscore name, so that is a name of the directory or files, those are available inside that, okay. And there is a name length also. So these are few of the prominent field available inside the direct structure. So your read dir returns a direct structure. So whenever we read a directory content, these fields will be allocated to in the direct structure, and one by one we can start printing it. Now you must be familiar with, let's say you are having a pointer or pointer of structure, and if you want to access the element of that structure, so if you are accessing the element of a pointer structure, you need to use arrow operator, okay. So let's go back to the code. Now check it. I want to print, let's say, only the directory name or the content of the directory which we are having. So inode number, as of now, let's say I don't want to print, so I'm just making it comment, okay, because directory name is a kind of string. So I have used %s here, and direct pt is the structure direct pointer, and I'm accessing dname. I'm using here arrow operator because this thing is a pointer. Direct pt is a pointer of structure type, okay. I hope it is easy to understand. Here I'm checking. This while loop will keep on reading all the records of the directory which I am passing. Directory, actually I have already given the path here, psc/dir1. If you don't want to give this, then you may take this thing from you can say command line. So if you want to take it command line, you can include integer and let's say character pointer type, okay. So you can pass it, and instead of fixing this particular path, you can just give like this, okay. So this will help us to take the different directory name from the command line. The rest of the things are the same. After this, if it is not opening, I'm comparing with null, it will print me the error. If there is no error, that means whatever the directory I have passed, it is opened successfully. Then I start reading it, and continuously, because I want to read, so after a reading I store that particular value. So this direct will update, and if this does not get null, then that means still there is a content, or there are few more number of files inside the directory. So we are reading like this. So let's again run it. If I also want to print inode number, then I can just uncomment this particular line. So let's print the content of any of the directory. So here there are certain directory, let's say downloads is one of the directory, or dir1 is one of the directory, or desktop is one of the directory, or psc is one of the directory, okay. So let's compile the code. D underscore readdir.c. It is working fine, there is no problem. Then I'm typing ./a.out, and the directory name, let's say I'm giving as let's say psc. It is returning these many directories or files are available in this. So this dot is the current working directory, double dot present parent directory, and then dir1, dir2, dir3, and so on. If I create, let's say touch, and I'm creating inside psc a file 1.txt. If I run the same thing again, let's say this, it will start displaying this file 1.txt which I have recently created. So whatever the content is available inside that, it will start displaying. It is only displaying the name of the files or directory, those are present in this. If you change the path, So let's say instead of PSC, if I give anything, let's say dir1 here, which I have created, if it has some of the content, then it will display, otherwise dot and double dot entry it will display. So it is displaying only dot and double dot because it doesn't have anything. If I want to create anything inside it, let's say I use touch dir1 and I'm creating, let's say, file1, and if I run that, it will display, right? So it's not a problem, it is easy. Now let's modify, and if I want to display the inode value or inode number of different files or directories, how we can do that? So I'm just making this line as uncomment. Here I'm printing d underscore inode. It will display me the inode number of the file. Okay. So here, let's say I'm not giving this. So I'm just writing file name. File name or directory, file or directory name, let's say, or directory. And here we have inode number. Okay. So it will print like this. It will print the name and then the allocated or associated inode to that. We need to again compile it because we have updated the code. So let's compile with GCC, and then we can run ./a.out, and I'm passing here, let's say, PSC. Now it is displaying. So directory name is dot, inode number is this, directory name is dot dot, inode number is this, directory name is dir1, inode number is this, directory name is dir2, inode number is this, and so on. So it is printing like this. Okay, I hope you are getting this. And finally, if you don't want to perform any operation on the opendir, better to use closedir. So I have used here closedir, and in closedir we need to pass the directory pointer, and that is dp. So I'm passing here dp. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this. I hope you are able to understand this. Okay, so there are multiple spaces. Let me delete it. Okay, so one more time I am compiling and executing it so that you can get it. It is working fine. Okay. And any of the dir1, let's say, you are giving, it is displaying. Okay, file name is this, comma, inode number is this, and so on, right? So with this I'm closing this session. In this session I have discussed how to open a directory with opendir, how to read a directory with readdir, and how to close a directory after performing your reading operation. So that is required to complete all the exercises of your experiment number 4. So thank you everyone. I am closing this session. See you in the next session.